Hi, my name is Ken Spector from livingecho.com, and I'm here today with Rachel Avalon. Rachel Avalon is the it girl for the Green Revolution. And what is an it girl for the Green Revolution, Rachel?
The title, which I don't think I'll ever really get used to, is something that embodies animal welfare, eco-living, and also fair trade. So those are all three topics that I'm incredibly passionate about, and I entered the contest. There were about 150 women nationwide who entered. They narrowed it down to 10 finalists, and we all came to LA and were interviewed by judges and had all these little tasks to perform, and then they ended up choosing me. So
Terrific.
I feel really honored. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I notice you have a bird on your arm. What's the story behind this?
I do. Well, I was walking over here and I saw a concerned mother and son looking at this pigeon in the street, and I asked if it was hurt, and they suspected that it was. And I could tell that they didn't really want to get involved, but they were concerned, so I went ahead and just scooped him up and noticed that his tail looks like it may be broken or something. He's not able to fly, although his wings here are looking nice and strong. So I guess he's my new rescue.
Fantastic. You have a new pet.
Yeah.
Hope he gets along with your other animals.
Yeah, I actually have 3 other rescues at home. I have a cat and 2 dogs, and I'm a big supporter of shelters. And then also one of our dogs was dumped in our neighborhood a few years ago, so we took her in. And I think as long as we, keep a safe distance away from the cat, everything will work out fine.
So, I remember a couple of days ago, it's probably almost a week ago now, I did a little test on you to see how green you really were, and I'd like to emulate that test right now, if you don't mind. Just not exactly. I've come up with a couple extra questions that might stump you too, because you were doing pretty well. Okay, so let's start with the simplest one. Do you recycle?
Absolutely. I've probably been recycling since I was about 7 or 8. In fact, I used to go around my neighborhood and collect recyclables from neighbors.
Very cool. So I was just going to trace the day of Rachel Avalon. Let's start. You're sleeping. You're on a bed and you're on sheets and pillows. Is your bedding eco?
It is. Yeah, actually, I did a 12-webisode podcast with a wonderful nonprofit and called Channel G. And one of the things that I did as a topic was eco linens, because cotton, as you probably know, is a big offender in terms of using a lot of pesticides. In fact, for one t-shirt, you're using about 1/3 of a pound of pesticides just for that one article. So when you think about how much you're covering with sheets, that's a real area for concern. So yeah, I use eco bedding.
Okay. So now you wake up, I saw you in a pair of glasses on your website. Are your glasses eco?
My glasses are not eco. I don't normally wear glasses. It's one of those things that's
Fashion statement.
it's a fashion statement. Sometimes, funny enough, the way our culture works gives me a little more, serious credibility, that kind of thing.
Do you know there are eco glasses available?
I do. In fact, I saw some bamboo glasses recently, some sunglasses, which I do wear regularly, and I got very excited about those. But one of the things that I mentioned to you the other day that I love to incorporate in my lifestyle are clothing swaps. And so I have these clothes swap soirees, and all these women bring their bags, clothes, and sunglasses. And so sometimes we're able to recycle those or reuse those as well.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's head into the shower. Okay. So you turn on the shower.
Don't get too personal.
Yeah, I won't get too personal, but you go into the shower. So as the water's heating up, do you collect the water and use it to water plants or anything else?
We actually put in a system that it's a tankless hot water system, so it heats up rapidly. So I just hop in there and enjoy it. As far as water conservation goes, I'm definitely mindful about that with the garden, but I also, anytime we have cups laying around and we have clients and friends that come over to the house, if they don't finish their water, I make sure that goes into a pitcher that then waters the plants.
Wow. Okay. So I think you mentioned something about razor blades.
Oh, yeah. So that's one where for years I've just thought, okay, what's another solution here? And I ended up seeing one of those little ads on TV, for Save a Blade. And basically it's an instrument for sharpening your razor blade so that you can get a much longer life out of those. So that's what I have at home.
Very cool. So, and shampoos and soaps?
Shampoos and soaps, eco, yeah. And that's one of the reasons I feel like I had some credibility in the contest is because with my own business as a holistic nutritionist, a lot of people come to me for my detoxification program for the Avalon cleanse. And what's interesting, especially in LA, I mean, I work with people all over the nation, but what's really interesting to me is how many people want to detox, and yet they rarely stop and think about where those toxins are coming from. And so part of my job is to say, hey, it's not just your food choices, organic versus non-organic. You've also got choices with eco beauty, personal care products, cleaning products, and that kind of thing. So not only am I really passionate about having that be a rule in our own house, but helping other people be inspired with that as well.
Okay, so now we're in the bathroom and you've just taken your shower. Now there's some more intimate things you might be doing. And one of them might entail using the bathroom or using the facility, using the toilet.
Sure.
Now, most people in this country seem to use toilet paper. Now, we're left with something as far as the toilet paper. We use the paper part, but when we're done with the paper, we're left with a core.
Right.
So what do you do with the toilet paper core when you're done with it?
Yeah. This is really funny because I'm very strict about this, and that is I recycle that little core every time. You know, and I will bust anyone in the house who doesn't, you know, because I think that, again, it's just one more way that we can reduce waste and create awareness. So, yeah, I love that you asked me that question. That's awesome.
As far as, do you reuse it or recycle it or compost it?
I recycle it. I'm very particular about what I compost because I want to avoid any kind of chemicals. So even if I have, let's say, someone's come over to the house, they brought their apple and it's not organic, I'll throw that in the city's composting bin. But as far as our own gardening goes, everything's strictly organic.
You know, I like to occasionally give gifts to people.
Yeah.
And I had to think of something that would be relevant, green, something that you would use on a regular basis. So I actually do have a little gift for you.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
show you.